Hey guys, Steve here with the Scroll Saw Workshop. It's just about the Christmas weekend. I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't get a chance to talk to you again between now and then. Tonight I'm out in the shop and I'm going to install the new product I got in the mail today, the WEN 3-speed air filtration system. Comes with a remote control, 3 speeds, and I think it's a 1, 2, and 4 hour timer. So just show you a couple pictures here, and then we'll do a little video of putting it up and showing you the noise level and just talk about air filtration just a little bit. I'm replacing the ShopVac brand air filtration, or I think they call it the air cleaner, and it did a reasonable job, but it did not have timers, which I really want that feature because I want to be able to leave the shop with the air cleaner running and yet not have it run all night. So the timers are going to be real handy. The ShopVac actually doesn't come with a remote control either, so I rigged up a remote control for it, but this is what we're going to replace. It's what I've had. It's done a reasonable job, but not a great job. I purchased the WEN air filtration system from Amazon. I happen to be a Amazon Prime member, so I got the free 2-day shipping, which I really appreciate. I think it cost $110, which is considerably less than other air filtration systems that are similar to this one. And again, we'll have to try it out for a little while to see if we've got value for our money there. But I'll put a link, my affiliate link to this unit in the description below. The unit came reasonably packed, styrofoam on each end. The hardware to install the unit were all included, as well as batteries for the remote. It was wrapped up in plastic and pretty much what you would expect from a unit like this. I think the unit weighs about 40 pounds if I remember right. Might be a little less than that. So it'll be a little bit of a struggle for me to put it up on the ceiling by myself. Probably would recommend that you have help once you get the hardware in the ceiling to actually hang the unit from the hardware. Got the unit out of the box and it came with no scratches, dings, dents, or anything busted so far that I can tell. We'll plug it in here in a minute and do a little test run before we actually hang it on the ceiling though. I don't want to hang it up there just to find out that it doesn't work. Did pull up the specifications and just want to clarify that it's actually 31 pounds instead of 40 pounds, so that's a little easier to handle. The remote control works up to 26 feet away, so that would be plenty for most 2-car garage workshops. It also has the 3 speeds are 300, 350, and 400 cubic feet per minute. That's how much air that it can move on those 3 different speeds. Honestly, I would probably just run it on high speed all the time, but maybe I'll learn something about that as we go along. It does have 2 filters in it. It has an internal filter that's 1 micron and an external filter that's 5 micron. So this thing's going to filter even the finest particles out of the air, especially if you're working with something like MDF or some of the woods out there that put out that very fine dust like powder. In particular, I'm thinking of bubinga. Every time I work with bubinga, I end up having a sore throat and get a little congested. So I'm looking forward to help keeping the air a little cleaner in the shop. And that's pretty much the specs. Let's plug it in and take a closer look at it. Okay, before we hang it up on the ceiling, I thought we probably better check it out. So I've got it plugged in here to my extension cord. Here's the remote, real simple. We got off, on, and the on switch also controls the speed, and then we got the time button. So push the green button. It comes on low. There's the level of the sound on low. There's medium. There's high. And again, we can go down to the yellow button. There's 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. And of course the red button turns it off. Let's get it hung up on the ceiling and see how that goes. Got the hardware laid out here on top of the unit, and I haven't looked at the instructions yet, but I'm assuming we take these bolts out right here and we're going to replace them with these hanging hooks and these bolts with the holes in them. Of course, these will go in the ceiling, and we can adjust the chain size to whatever we need. I'm going to have mine pretty close to the ceiling. And to install the hooks, you just simply put one of the bolts on there, or one of the nuts on there, screw the hook into the top of the box, and of course you're going to want to adjust these all to the same height, which I'll go back and do later. And then just simply take a wrench and tighten that down so you get a good snug fit there. Well, I've got the WEN 3-speed remote-controlled air filtration system up on the ceiling installed. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and we'll put it up on high and set the time for 1 hour. That'll give me a chance to come back a little later and make sure the timer is working. And let's go ahead and walk around the other side, and I'll show you where the filter goes in. It simply goes in the back right here. So I'll probably go ahead and order a couple extra filters to have them on hand. But so far, I like it. It's more quiet than the ShopVac one I had up there. And we'll find out how good a job it does on the next project. Just to wrap things up here, a couple more thoughts. The WEN unit has a 4.6 out of 5 stars on Amazon, and that's with 359 reviews, so that's quite good. Comparing this to another similar unit made by Jet, you'll see that this unit has about half the CFM at full power as the Jet does. So if you had a larger shop than a 2-car garage, you would want to spend more money and go with the Jet. It's just going to move more air and keep a larger shop cleaner. But anything in the range of a 2-car garage, I think this is going to work fine. And of course, you could buy 3 of these for the price of the Jet, so you could install 2 of these in your shop if it was a little larger, and I think you would be okay too. I see very few negative reviews of the product that talk about any quality control issues. One person did mention that the motor got a little louder after about 7 months, so there may be some issue there down the road, and I will come back after I've given this thing at least a couple of months and a few projects inside my shop and give you an update review on how well it's keeping the air clean. But from the reviews I've seen and from what knowledge I currently have of this unit, I'm pretty pleased so far. So I hope this review was helpful for you guys, and we'll catch you next time here at the Scroll Saw Workshop.